Hello everyone, I'd quickly like to present my ubiquitous computing final project, which is actually a game I made with Unity. But it has a very special controller, which is this X right here, which I made using Fusion 360 and 3D printed at home. This is the X right here. All the electronics are actually in this handle, and as you can see there are buttons, but yeah, buttons are boring, but actually inside there is also an IMU, an inertial measurement unit, which is very important. I will show you later. It is also an LCD as an feedback, but it's kind of useless, I know, but it was a requirement for the assignment. To use this hammer, there is actually a battery place here. The battery is here, right here, and it has a cap which is magnetic, so it just snaps right in. But you can turn it on using this power button right here. But you can also directly use the hammer with a wire, and also it's very helpful that I put in the connection here. So if I want to change the code, I can just directly plug it. I don't have to unscrew here, as you can see, like a lot of screws. I don't have to unscrew everything to upload a new code. And I believe that's it. Now I'm going to start the code, and I hope it works. So yeah. Let me also turn on the hammer. See, the hammer is turning on. There is some text here, and yeah. So now you can see my game's loaded up, and hopefully it works. Yes, the game. There is a game sound. I'm going actually only that you should hear the game sound from here. So yeah. See, as you can see, this is just a menu, but I'll show you the menu later. Let me show you how the game works right now. I'm just going to enter the game. See, this is the game here, and as you can see, there's only an X. The X is also the player. Now, if I rotate my X here, the X also then the game rotates. Okay? Now, if I retract my X, the X also in game retracts. Swing like this. Also, the X in the game swings. This is all because of the IMU, which is inside here. In the game, well, this is of course not a finished product. In the game, you move around using these buttons right here. There are like a couple of buttons. Using this button, you kind of move around. With this button, you can rotate. Okay, and this one I'll show you this one later. Now I'm gonna go close to the tree here. Oops. And then I'm gonna retract my X and swing. And the X falls and the tree falls down, and then I'm gonna swing again. The X and the tree got chopped up, and I'm gonna collect these logs. And you'll see here this wood number will increase. Say it increased by 2, and these numbers also get updated here. I hope you can see. Right. Now this is the woods that I collected. Now I'm gonna chop this tree right here. I believe I'm a bit lagging in the game, but I'm not sure. So then I chop this one. This is a fruit tree. This is only going to give me fruit. You can see it's 0 right now. If I press on collect, this button is used to collect, or rather interact. So I interacted with the thing. Now it gave me 6 fruits. Now I'm gonna harvest some stones. I retracted my X, swung it, and I got some stones. I'm gonna collect the stones. As you can see, the value of the stones increased there. And then, if you look here, there is like a compass for the players. If I rotate, you can see also this rotating. See? And you can see there are like 2 special symbols. Of course, there's an NES, W, which is north, east, south, and west. And there's this special symbol and this special symbol. Well, they are both kind of POIs, point of interest. First, we'll go visit this one. So to visit this one, we're just gonna go straight. And see, something pops up. This is a shop. I looked up a medieval term for the shop, and it gave me emporium, so I put emporium here. Here you can sell the logs or the stone. If I hold my X like this, I can select rocks. If I hold my X like this, I can select the woods. See, and now I can just sell them. Now I'm just gonna sell rocks. I'm gonna press on this button. See, the rocks value decreased, and I got some coins for it. The values are also updated on the display, and I sold all my rocks, and now it's showing red because I cannot sell anymore. Then I could sell some logs. Now I sold all my logs and it's showing 0 and I got some coins. And this was pretty much the shop. There is nothing more to show here actually, but there is another point of interest which is currently unfinished, which is which is supposed to be the craft a smith, like a blacksmith sort of thing. But unfortunately, I don't have enough time to make it, so nothing really pops up. But it is on the map, and yeah, nothing really pops up as you can see. So I guess in terms of the games, this is it. You move, you run around, you harvest rocks, trees, logs, and fruits, and you sell them. And currently there is not really anything else that you can do in the game. I believe the game is a bit lagging. I'm not really sure why. I seem to move a bit too much sometimes. Sometimes it works just fine. See, I just lagged again. I'm not really sure why it's happening. But I believe that's it. Now I'm going to show you how to exit the game. I didn't put a pause screen here. You could directly just go to main menu. There is a pause screen which is a button code. Since these buttons are, I completely forgot to tell you. Here are 3 buttons, but if I read the button inputs as binary, I could have up to a total of 8 options. Right, so if I press all of the 3 together, it sends an 8 over OSC to the Unity game, and when I press 8, it goes directly to the menu. And I'm gonna do that, as you can see. I came directly to the menu. Now I'm just gonna show you a bit to the menu. In menu, outside of the game, if you're in manual, maybe in settings, with this you can choose through all the options, all the available options, right? Let me show you the settings here. In right now in settings there isn't much. There is only the one option you can switch off the menu background music, which I am hoping you can hear. So if I select it, now selected, now it's turned off. I turned on again, and maybe I'm gonna exit. So yeah, and let me show you the keybinds. So the keybinds, there's really nothing. There's just to show what to do. For example, exit to menu, top plus middle plus bottom button, blah blah. And in menu, how to select an option, how to confirm is the bottom button, and that is it. Now I'm just gonna exit keybinds. Now let me show you the final option, which is the extras. Alright, in extras there is a kind of links to my GitHub, the menu background music I took from YouTube, the game background sound, the icons which I took from the flat icon. For example, if I were to press on my GitHub and if I press on confirm, it's gonna open up the browser. And yeah, that is it. Oops, I clicked the button again mistakenly. And then I'm just gonna select exit, and this is plus minus the game. Of course, you could also exit the game here. You just have to select this option, and done. Now, if you look here, I also made I did an .exe. I created an .exe file, an executable file. So I have this nice icon here, so you can just directly click on this to open the game. And this is it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, thanks for watching.